Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's look is gonna be the look right here. I really like how it turned out. The purpose of the video was actually to try out this Makeup Revolution palette. This is an eyeshadow palette. It's called Ultra Eye Contour Light and Shade. It looks like this. I think this one is quite new on the market, or if it's not, I'm sorry for the misguidance, but I recently picked this up. And I've seen a few YouTubers talk about this, and it really looks almost like a dupe for a Kat Von D palette. But yeah, so I wanted to try it out, and then I realized I have like another, this is all matte, so I found another eyeshadow palette in my small makeup collection that is all shimmers like this. Then I also recently picked up this highlighter, which I talked about in my last video. That I love this. It's really nice and pigmented. And then I realized, like, I have a few products by Makeup Revolution now, so why not make this a Makeup Revolution look? Even though some of the products I did not have from Makeup Revolution, so I needed to cheat. Before we jump into the video, I want to thank a girl named Olive Oil Creations. That's her YouTube name. She actually made a shout out for me just a few days ago, and I'm so flattered, and you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Check her out, guys. She's also a YouTuber. She's a really sweet and genuine person, and she makes a lot of different beautiful looks on her channel, so I will link it down below. It's Olive Oil Creations. So shout out to you as well, girl. And yeah, without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay guys, so first things first, we're gonna prime our face, and again, I'm gonna use the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer Oil. You can use just whatever primer you want. I just want to go through with this to make up my mind about it, and right now, I'm kind of enjoying it. And unfortunately, I do not own any neither foundation or primer from Makeup Revolution, so that is why I'm gonna go in with the Fit Me Matte and Poreless by Maybelline, and this one is in the shade 220. And to buff that into my skin, I'm gonna use my Y6 from Morphe. I do want to try though, I've heard so many actually mixed reviews about the Makeup Revolution stick foundation. I've never been a fan of stick foundations. I feel like they tend to look cakey, but I've never tried the one by Hourglass. I've heard really good things about that one, and mostly good reviews about the Makeup Revolution one, but it depends maybe a little bit on what kind of skin you have, if you're oily or dry, or if you have like combination skin. So I don't know, I want to try it out for myself, but I haven't seen it in Sweden yet. I will probably pick it up though. I will order it online from the Makeup Revolution site. I really like this matte and poreless foundation by Maybelline. It looks so natural. It's not full coverage, but I think it still does a pretty good job covering up the most imperfections, and I mean, it looks really like skin, so I do love that about it. I don't feel like I have foundation on my face. And for concealer today, I do not have any concealer from Makeup Revolution, although I've heard, again, great reviews about the one that is kind of a dupe for the Tarte one. So I do want to pick that up and try that out as well. But for today, I'm going to use the HD Pro Concealer by LA Girl, and this one is in the shade Natural. And to buff that into my skin, I'm gonna keep using my Y6. to prevent it from creasing, I'm gonna set it with the Luxury Banana Powder by Makeup Revolution. And you really do not need a lot of product. So I'm picking up something like that. And then I'm just taking whatever's left on a bigger brush and going over the rest of my face. And now over to contouring. And for that, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Bronze Palette. I've mentioned this in my videos before. It has 5 bronzers and 3 highlighters. I don't want it to get too dark, so I'm going to start with this one. And for nose contour, I'm actually gonna take this color right there. And for eyeshadows today, we are going to use these 2 palettes. This one is the Ultra Professional Eyeshadow Beyond Flawless. And it's all in shimmers, and it also has a big mirror, so I really like that about it. And this is the Ultra Eye Contour Light and Shade. This palette I just actually, it comes with a brush like that. The brush has 2 ends, one kind of small blending brush and one flat brush like that. And this palette is all mattes. This one actually reminds me of the Kat Von D palette. I don't remember the name of it, but it really looks like this one. Maybe you guys know which I mean. But this one was like $5, so it's really affordable, and hopefully it's pigmented also. First of all, I'm taking a big blending brush. This is just a blending brush by Morphe, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right there. It feels a little powdery. Whew, did you see that? Yeah, it's like powder all over. So it is a little powdery, but it doesn't have to be like bad. It can be good anyways. Okay, so yeah, definitely tap off the excess. I got really much product, but that's okay because I'm gonna set my whole entire lid with this all the way up to my brow bone. So then I'm gonna go in with this shade right there because it's a little bit warmer, with the same brush, and warm up my crease with this. Then I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna take a little bit smaller blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and put that into my crease as well. I'm actually thinking maybe I should do a cut crease look today. Then I'm gonna go in with this shade right there. I feel like it gets a little chunky, and I don't know if that is because I only used like a small amount of concealer onto my eyelids. But I mean, I did set it with some setting powder and with the lightest shade in this palette. So I mean, it shouldn't get this chunky, but as you see, it's like almost like stripes, and I am struggling to blend it out, even though I'm going in with a light hand. So I don't know if that is because of the eyeshadow palette, or if I should try and use it with another primer. I'm gonna go back to my bigger, fluffier brush and try to blend that out. Sometimes it's just a brush that is not that good at blending. I'm gonna pick up an even smaller blending brush. This is kind of a tapered one. And go into this shade right there. And focus this to my crease. Because whenever I will cut the crease later, this will give it a more dramatic effect. Today's eye look will be all about layering. So we're working with layers today. Maybe I should do this earlier, but I'm actually gonna drag this out also. And don't worry if it gets like too long out, we will clean it up later. Then I'm gonna go to the smallest brush. This is a really small pencil brush. This one's also by Morphe, by the way. And I'm gonna go into this shade right there, which is the darkest brown shade in the palette. And I'm really gonna try to intensify that crease. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna take this small tapered brush and I'm gonna go in with this shade right there and add this to my lower lash line as well. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot about brows. So for brows today, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Taupe. I really like this one because it has a spoolie on one side and the product you can just like pop up on the other side. Now to cut the crease, I'm gonna take some, just the same concealer I used under my eyes, take it out on my hand, and with a flat brush, you can use either a concealer brush or, actually I'm gonna try out the new concealer brush. Wait, hold on. So this is a little bit big, but I'm gonna try out the new concealer brush I have from Makeup Revolution as well. This is the F102. Like, look up and then you see exactly where you should cut it. Okay, sometimes I don't like trying out new products on camera because sometimes, and this time is one of those times, that it's just not cooperating with me. This brush was no good for cutting the crease. That much I can say. I'm gonna try with another flat brush. I'm like, my mood is kind of down. Okay. Bear with me. Just bear with me, you guys. Over to this palette. This is, like I mentioned, all shimmers. So I'm gonna go in with this one right there. This is kind of a light golden shade. And I'm gonna go over the cut crease I just did. Actually, I'm gonna pick that up with the flat brush and pack this onto the lid. Okay, so I did really like this with the golds in it. Now I'm gonna go back to this palette and with the smallest brush, I'm gonna add this black shade really closely to my lash line. And this small pencil brush is perfect for it. It's just another Morphe brush that came in a set of like 12 brushes or so. Okay, so I didn't apply any tape, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just take something hard, like a card or so, and place it close to your eye so that you will be able to make this line like that, and connect this with my lower lash line. So for mascara today, I'm gonna mix these two. This is the Volume Million Lashes by L'Oreal, and this is the Paradise Extatic. And I really like what this one does to my lashes, but I've been using it for a few weeks now and it tends to get like a little bit clumpy. So I'm gonna separate them with the Volume Million Lashes one. And let's do blush. For blush, I'm gonna use another product by Makeup Revolution. This is the blush palette. I've been using it for a few days now. I'm gonna pick up a blush brush, and today's shade is gonna be this one up here. And for a highlight, I'm gonna use this highlighter. This is the Shimmer Brick by Makeup Revolution as well. And I tried this out in my last video and I really, really like it. I'm gonna pick this up with my E36 from Morphe. I really like this brush for highlighting my inner corner. And I'm gonna use this shade right there, mixed with this one. Yes. And I'm gonna pick up the same combination and add this to my brow bone as well. And now I'm gonna use just only this shade and add some to my nose. And as you're highlighting your nose, try to get as even line as possible. Cupid's bow. And then I'm just gonna go over like the whole and add this. Ooh, I mean, the lighting isn't the best today, but the highlight sure is. Like that, you guys. And for lips, I'm gonna use this soft matte lip cream in the shade SMLC 12. This one's by NYX. I really like it. I also tried this out for the first time in my last video. And it's not crazy pigmented, so you kind of need to build it up. But I like how it looks with just one layer. Like that, you guys. Now I'm gonna add some setting spray. I'm using the Fix Plus by MAC. Then I'm just gonna press this onto my skin. Actually, I do think I'm gonna apply just a few false lashes, some individuals, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like how it turned out. It looks, you know, it's still full glam, but it doesn't look like you have like boom, a lot of makeup on you. So I really, really like how this turned out, even though the cut crease wasn't perfect. One thing, I added a few individuals, and what I needed to do, I needed to apply some liquid liner on top of that, because otherwise it will show up. And I did use a black lash glue, and then you could tell, like, you saw dots, black dots in between my lashes, and it just looked a little crazy. So I added some liner on top of it, but it's not perfect. You know, it's really hard to apply an even line when you have already lashes on, for me. So a little tip for you guys: always when you plan wearing lashes, do a black liquid liner. Even if it's like a really, really thin one, do that, because on, like, not every lash pair, but on most of them, you can see that lash band and you don't want it to show up, so it will look more even when you add a liner to it. So yeah, that's it for this video, you guys. I wish you guys an amazing day. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!